All right, today we're going to talk about inscribed angles and their relationship to the associated arc on the perimeter of the circle, circumference of the circle. So first I just want to start by kind of looking at the relationship between the two. Okay. So let's say we had, I'm going to write it over here, a circle. And then we created some inscribed angle, right? And what we would like to know is how the angle here, let's call it x degrees, is related to the measure of the arc here. We can call that y degrees. Okay. All right. So I just want to use intuition here, and let's look at two extremes, right? So let's look at one extreme where our angle was a straight angle, right? In this case, right, the angle here would be 180 degrees, right? And the arc that we get on the circle, well, we get the whole circle, right? This 180 degree angle like envelopes the whole circle, right? So the arc measure would be 360 degrees. Okay. We can look at another extreme where we've got a circle, and this time we produce, or we create, an inscribed angle that's 0 degrees. Okay. And then the arc that would be formed here there would be no arc, so its measure would be 0 degrees as well, right? So on one extreme we could have an inscribed angle of 0 and an arc measure of 0, and then an inscribed angle of 180 degrees and then an arc measure of 360. And so that's kind of the clue there, right? Whatever this inscribed angle is, the arc measure will be double, right? 360 is double of 180 and 0 is double of 0, right? So for every inscribed angle, we can map that to an arc measure, which is just double the inscribed angle, right? And so we can write an equation here. The arc measure y will be equal to twice the inscribed angle. All right, so then let's go ahead and use that to answer questions of this circle. Okay, so we have an inscribed angle of 40 degrees. Okay, so let's just color code that blue, and then that produces an arc. Okay. All right, and so we saw over here that the arc measure, which we called y, is twice the inscribed angle. Okay, so the inscribed angle is 40. You double that, and you get 80 degrees. Okay, so the measure of arc DG is 80 degrees, and that was actually question A. Okay. All right. Next, let's find the measure of angle G. And so now let's use the different set of colors. Okay. So here's angle G, which I'll color in green. And that produces an arc measure of 58. Okay. So the arc measure is twice the inscribed angle, right? So we could say 58 degrees is 2 times the measure of angle G. All right, so divide both sides by 2, and you would get, what, 29, right? So the measure of angle G would be 29 degrees.